Imagine going on a culinary adventure without leaving your seat. That's exactly what happens with Princess Cruises 360, an extraordinary experience. This is not your typical meal. It's a trip through the tastes, sights, and even scents of the Mediterranean. This dining event is exclusive and expensive. If you'd like to know if it's worth the high price tag, please keep watching. Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're having a splendid day, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kim, and I do cruise videos that will hopefully help you have a better vacation. So, 360, have you heard of this? This is an immersive multi-course meal that comes with wine and cocktail pairings, and this is available on the Enchanted Princess and the Discovery Princess, and I recently got to try it on the Enchanted Princess. This event is available to passengers who are willing to pay $149 each, so not cheap. Before I tell you if I think 360 is worth your time and money, I'm going to give you a rundown of my experience. And warning, this video does contain a few spoilers. But I'm going to keep it pretty general, so I'm not going to give away all the surprises in case you want to experience 360. Got to keep some of it a mystery. So with that being said, let's dive in. We were greeted by our hostess and given a specialty cocktail. They had both alcoholic and non-alcoholic options. Oh, you have to be at least 13 to experience 360, so teens are okay, but no young children. That foam on the cocktail is made from chickpeas, by the way. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was really cool how they had the 360 logo on top. This cocktail was definitely Instagram worthy. The cocktail was unique, but I didn't love it. If I remember correctly, they said some of the ingredients were vodka, sparkling wine, lemon, and apple juices. It was very tart. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Then we had another surprise. The president of Princess Cruises, John Paget, welcomed us personally. This luncheon was a charity event where Princess generously donated tickets for this luncheon. That's how I ended up on board. In honor of this special charity event, John came out and met everyone and officially welcomed us to 360. He is a class act and such a nice guy. And yes, this unfortunately meant that I had to get off the ship right after lunch. That was a bummer, but I think I'll be sailing with Princess very soon. So after that, our hostess informed us it was time to enter 360. We all lined up and entered the space through the kitchen. I thought that was really cool. It felt kind of secretive, like a speakeasy. We had assigned seats, and this space can accommodate around 20 people. Princess offers this event twice each night, which means a total of 40 people can try it each day. The space felt very exclusive and intimate. I loved it. When we entered, there were live musicians playing for us. I thought that was such a cool touch. It really made you feel like you were about to experience something very special. Then our hostess, who was kind of like the master of ceremonies, set the stage. Through cutting-edge technology, we were going to be whisked through the Mediterranean to enjoy delicious dishes inspired by different countries. We then began our adventure, and adventure is the right word. It was a lot more than just a meal. The technology was so innovative, it was just super cool. The screens in the room really made you feel like you're visiting different destinations. And not only was there a fun storyline, but you also learned a lot about different cultures during the event. I'm going to keep the story hush-hush so I don't spoil the surprise. And one really neat thing was that not only did the screens around you change, but your tables changed too. And get this, the tablescapes were interactive. That's right, you could interact with the images being shown on the table. I have no idea how they managed to do that, but hats off. That was insanely innovative and fun. My favorite was the bees buzzing around the beehive. Just totally awesome. Oh, and they would incorporate smells to make you feel like you were at that destination. When we were in the lavender fields in France, for example, you could smell the lavender. So now let's talk about food. The experience is a 7-course event. Oh, and it lasts about 90 minutes. The time flies by, and overall, the food was delicious, very fresh and flavorful. From the caprese salad to the charcuterie to the octopus and the beef, everything was delicious and presented beautifully. I heard one guest say that the steak was one of the best she's ever had, and Princess can accommodate all dining restrictions, including vegetarian and gluten-free. Because I don't eat a lot of meat and I don't eat any red meat, I opted for vegetarian, and everything was really good. Instead of octopus, I got fried eggplant, and instead of steak, I got a mushroom dish. I have zero complaints. Some of the dishes were accompanied by wine, and we got to try a white and a red. Both were fantastic, and they did offer refills.
The wine which you will taste now is made most Grenache grapes and 14% of alcohol. But you will not gonna feel it. I can promise you, you will love it. In Spain, it's traditional to enjoy...
The dessert was a real showstopper, kind of a honey white chocolate mousse with gummy bumblebees. It tasted as good as it looked. I've never had anything like it. And the event ended with champagne and fireworks, because for an event like this, you need a grand finale. So I think that gives you a good overview of the event without going into too much detail. I didn't want to share everything, so you'll still have plenty of surprises if you decide to attend 360. But is it worth $150 per person? If you've watched my channel for a while, you probably know that I am not a fan of specialty restaurants on cruises. You can pay up to $110 per couple to dine in a fancy steakhouse on a cruise ship, and I just think that's a lot of money for what you get. That $110 doesn't even include drinks, and you can get a really nice meal at home for that much money. That's probably better quality, so I just don't think it's a good deal. But 360 is more than just a dinner. It's a dinner, it's a show, it's an event, it's an experience, and it is so unique and innovative, I think it is worth every penny. Not only did we have delicious dishes that were paired with cocktails and wine and champagne, but the service was impeccable. Each couple was assigned their own server, and these servers were amazing. They would put down all the plates at the same time. They would just take great care of you. They were awesome. There were about 15 people in that space that were there just to serve and entertain us. And I'm not even including the people in the kitchen who were preparing the food. So bottom line, this is something that I really think you should do once. And that brings me to one of the downsides to this event. Once you've done it, you've done it. As far as I know, the story does not change, so it's the exact same experience every single night. I know Royal is introducing something like this on Utopia of the Seas, and it's going to be a train ride that kind of takes you to the Wild West and different destinations. But I've heard that that train ride will actually change each time you experience it. They have something like 50 different versions. So while I think 360 is worth every penny of $150, maybe even more, it was that unique, I wouldn't do it again unless I was with someone who hadn't done it, who really wanted to try it. The other thing that I wanted to mention is you have to eat kind of quickly. It's so easy to get kind of caught up in everything that's happening around you, and you want to talk to your dining mates about it, that sometimes you can forget to eat, and this is on a timed schedule. So when they put down a dish in front of you, you really do have to eat it. I would catch myself hurrying to finish my plate when I saw that they were starting to clear. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Have you ever tried 360? Do you agree with my assessment? Leave me a comment and let me know. Or let me know if you would pay $150 to experience 360. If you'd like to talk princess cruising with me just a little bit longer, I will link 2 videos at the end that I think you might like. The video on the left is all about the Princess Mini Suites and the Club Class experience. And the video on the right is all about the tasty dining options on the Regal Princess. Until next time, I hope you have happy and safe travels. I appreciate you and thank you so much for watching. Bye!